Wow, guys. Wow. Unbelievable, unbelievable night of football on a Friday. Had to come on here for you guys and record a video of my thoughts because I've been glued to my TV the entire evening. My family's in bed and I just had to get on here and vent to you guys. It was just an amazing night. Um, gosh, so crazy. So flipping crazy. Um, but my goodness, let's get right to it because I gotta go to bed. It's late, but I want to give you guys my thoughts. It was just unbelievable. Let's start off really quick with um the first game that happened tonight, Stanford and Syracuse. Before I get to the games, guys, I want you guys to know that here on my Winnable, I'm doing a huge promo right now with 80% off my VIP. Okay. Using code Mateer. John Mateer was that guy tonight to help lead his team to victory. Okay. I've had a lot of picks hit tonight on Friday. Okay. Today's Friday, September 21st at night. So technically it's midnight, 12:44 a.m. Mountain Time. So technically it's September 22nd. But if you guys stay till the very end, guys, after I get through these games, I will reveal you guys the picks that I chose in my VIP group that I've been hitting, as well as picks I have revealed in my free group as well. So if you guys join my group, you guys are going to be winning. Okay. If you guys also stay to the end, I also have a huge surprise pick for you guys for college football Saturday for today's games in the afternoon. Okay. So stay to the end with me, but let's talk really quick. Stanford, Syracuse. Okay. Unbelievable game. Kyle McCord didn't look very good to start the game. He ended up throwing for 339 yards. He had a pick six, which wasn't good for them. In my opinion, that's practically what cost them the game right here, only losing by 2 points. Um, he threw to Pena for 10 receptions today, which was unbelievable. And Pena and McCord, man, they made me a lot of money tonight. A lot of freaking money. It was so awesome. So awesome. I loved every bit of it. This is what I live for, guys. Just watching these guys play good football. And when we're hitting our slips, man, and we're cashing out, nothing better. But Syracuse had this game. They were home, they were the home team. They were playing from behind most of the game, but you know what? This Stanford team was a good team, man. This is their first year in the ACC conference. And they came right into Syracuse on the other side of the freaking country and they showed up. They showed up to play. They scored in every quarter of the game except for Syracuse not scoring in the first quarter, and there was the 2 point difference right there. But man, it was just a shootout in terms of just like passing the ball and amazing plays being made, just like right there by AO Manor. So, I mean, just an amazing team to watch. I was actually shocked and taken back by how decent this Stanford Cardinal team was. But anyways, great game. I'm still not giving up on Syracuse. I think Kyle McCord and Pena are definitely a nice duo to keep watching out for. Second game was amazing though. Nebraska, Illinois. Okay, I am huge, guys. I'm huge on Nebraska. I know this team played a couple weak teams to start off the season. I know they have a freshman quarterback, which I'll be honest, he looked like a freaking freshman quarterback at the very end of the game. you know, they were winning this game. This was a back and forth game, of course, but he looked so good. Dylan Raiola looked so good. He actually looked amazing. He threw the ball well, 24 completions, almost 300 yards passing, three TDs, and an interception that happened in the end zone that Isaiah Nair caught, but was stripped as he was going down with the ball and he was kind of loose with it. and that corner was able to slip his hand right in there and just rip it right out and still make sure that it didn't touch the ground. It was actually unbelievable. So Nair got stripped, caused an interception for Rayola. And you know what? Nebraska just had so many chances they just couldn't convert. And it was the very end of the game where they had like I think the last 3 or 4 drives they were punting. They got sacked a bunch of times. They were missing passes or missing targets. They just weren't getting upfield. They weren't moving the ball like they were pretty much all game long. And you can tell barely scored 7 points in the fourth quarter. They had a little stump in the third quarter and then obviously got nothing in OT. So just unfortunate for them. But give credit to Luke Altmaier, senior quarterback, transfer from Ole Miss, was very efficient all game long. Pro style offense, threw for 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns. 4 of those touchdowns that he threw weren't like big plays. One of them was a big play to Paul Bryant, but other than that, 215 yards isn't super crazy. He barely hit his over, and you know what? We'll take it because he made me a lot of money tonight. Him and Paul Bryant. I took Paul Bryant and Luke, or yeah, Altmaier and then Rayola and Nair to hit their overs, and they did. They made me a ton of freaking money tonight. But the final game, guys, final game that I literally actually just finished watching before I made this video, San Jose State, Washington State in overtime. Classic Washington State going into overtime with with teams that really aren't supposed to be hanging with them. San Jose's in the Mountain West. Give them credit. They haven't played anybody really tough this year. This was the toughest game they had. They were on the road against Washington State. And man, that San Jose team throws the ball more than I thought they would. And on top of that, amazing receivers that just know how to catch football, which is exactly why, guys, for those that follow in my free group, the reason why I made a couple slips to the very end, close to game time, is because when I was doing some more research on this game, I realized even more. Like I knew Washington State was going to throw the ball and do what they do. They're always kind of an air raid style offense, but San Jose State was going to match that energy. So that's exactly why I decided to make a couple slips. And I'm a little mad at myself because I picked Janikowski to kick under 7.5 points. So I'm really mad about that because I knew it was going to be a shootout. But for some reason, I didn't think he was going to be able to have a chance for any field goals, things like that. But he kicked so many extra points tonight. And then he had one field goal for the overtime that ended up winning. And then that field goal kick that he made ended up losing me my slip, which was really annoying because I had Mateer over for his passing yards, Eric Brown over for his passing yards. Both really impressive quarterbacks tonight. Both threw a couple picks, but almost 400 yards passing for both quarterbacks each. Almost 4 touchdown passes for each. Mateer can run. He rushed for over 100 yards and he scored. Nick Nash is unbelievable. 16 catches for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, just unbelievable what Nick Nash can do. And statistically, he is the best receiver in the country right now. He has the most catches, most targets, and also the most touchdown catches in the country. So that is what was also the reason why I was like, okay, I got to make a slip with Nick Nash and Eric Brown correlated together. And I decided to do it in the same game. I don't normally do that, but because it was so late, I decided to do it in the same game. And I obviously picked Mateer and Janikowski. And then I also had another slip. This also screwed me, where Mateer was my guy. And then I believe his last name was Parker. Yeah, so Parker screwed me as well because he didn't get an anytime touchdown in the game, which is so surprising for how much they scored, guys. I mean, they scored a freaking crap ton of points for him to, not have even possibly scored. So just kind of disappointing and frustrating that Um, Parker didn't even score at all, but it is what it is. I mean, just can't do much about it. But overall, guys, based on my theories, my stats and analytics, or analytics that I studied for to make sure these plays were happening, um, they deserved to go either way. Janikowski, should have gone under, because he shanked the PAT and he barely had an opportunity to get a field goal for the win in the very end. Like, he actually shouldn't have had it. Like, based on the time and games situation and the clock should have been gone already. So in my opinion, he should have had 7, kicked points, and that's it. But because of the high scoring or of the game, like, that is for sure fine to hit your over 7.5 kick points, which makes a lot of sense. And that was where I knew I messed up. As soon as I submitted it and started watching the game, I was like, God, you know what? I messed up on that based on that pick, and I regret it. I was going to go 3-man, and I was kind of rushing to pick a fourth. So yeah, I regret that. But that's okay. Everything else that happened tonight, first of all, for picks, we're winning right now. My group is winning. VIP is cashing right now, and my free group is also cashing right now. We are up in units. We're up by more than like 3 or 4 units right now, which is awesome. I mean, we're absolutely cashing out tonight with so many more games to go tomorrow or today, I guess, for college football and NFL Sunday and Monday. So super exciting, guys. I'm stoked. But we had 3 amazing football games tonight. It literally has me up until 1 a.m. tonight. So that's unbelievable. Like I said, all my family's in bed, but we've had 3 amazing football games tonight. And I'm stoked out of my mind to have been watching all these games, and the fact that we made a bunch of freaking money on some of these guys. And I'm personally excited based off of what I was able to watch tonight and gather more data. I'm excited to also take some of these guys that I've learned to work with and pair them up for the future picks that I make. So stay tuned, because you're going to be seeing more of guys like Rayola and Nair and even Nick Nash and Eric Brown and Mateer and his receivers. So McCord and his receivers as well. So it's gonna be a ton of fun. A ton of fun to see what kind of money we can make with these guys playing more football in the next weeks. Okay. But thanks for watching, guys. We're at the very end of this video right now. I didn't want to be too long just because it's late, but I wanted to give you guys my crazy reactions. I just can't believe it with what I saw tonight. But I'm going to be riding the heck out of Nebraska. They're a good football team. Rayola is that guy. Rayola is baby Mahomes. He's really good. He is legit. He's got the mechanics. He's got the swagger. He's got the calm and collective feel at the line. I'm confident in this guy. He's still a freshman. He's got a lot to learn. But man, this experience and with the coaching that he's getting from Matt Rule, he's going to be A-OK, and he's going to be a future NFL quarterback. I'm very impressed, though, with what I'm seeing with Washington State. They just kept fighting. They had so many times that they should have possibly lost that game, but they kept fighting. And, they're 4-0 right now. Haven't played amazing teams. Their best game was Washington, and then their closest game was San Jose State like this. So they were tested a little bit last couple games, but they came out with some wins. And, moving forward, they got to play Boise State this next week at Boise State, which Boise State's really good. And they have a very good running back at Boise State in Ashton Genty. So we'll see how this goes. But now that we're at the very end, guys, join my free group. You'll never regret it. We're going to win. We're going to make money. I post every single day for you guys in picks. Okay. We have a whole weekend right now. Okay, since we just won big tonight on Friday, we have a whole weekend of Saturday, Sunday, Monday picks. In my VIP group, I specifically post special plays for those guys. Okay, if you sign up in one of my VIP groups, I have a season football pass that includes playoffs, And I also have my VIP groups for the day, the month, the week, and so forth. You pick which package you like most. Okay. You'll get 80% off for the first 15 people in one of those packages. Okay. So there's going to be 30 total. So you can choose whatever you want. Okay. Use code MATIR. MATIR made us a ton of money tonight in VIP and other slips. He made us a ton of money tonight. John Mateer is that guy at Washington State. Use code Mateer and you get 80% off right here. Okay, so the first 15 people, I just locked this in. So as soon as this video is uploaded, you will be able to see all of these. Okay, here's a little snippet too, guys, of what we have cooking up for tomorrow on Chalkboard. Okay, like I said, McCord made us a ton of money tonight. Ray Ola made us money. And this was a huge promo that all of my group got to see. Is that we had Jose Barrios for more than 2.5 strikeouts. We just need Alan Bowman to go over, and we're cashing out that entire slip for the 4-man. Okay. Here's another example on Sleeper. Okay. McCord, once again, Pena, unbelievable. Nair even had a couple more catches that game with Rayola. So, this was just live in the middle of the third quarter. They already had hit their overs. So we cashed out on that. On Betr, okay, I was very confident all night long in those quarterbacks tonight with McCord, Altmaier, and Rayola. I was super confident. And I was actually really confident in Mateer and Brown too, but I took them a little too late and I put them on Sleeper instead. Um, but on Betr, we won on Betr as well. So these are just a couple subs that I won, guys. There was plenty more that we were winning in our groups today. So don't miss out on the VIP group, especially for the 80% off opportunity for the first 15 people on each group. So 30 total slots available using code MATIR. Okay. But if you don't feel like joining VIP, that's okay. Join my free group. I post a ton of slips in there every day, so you'll never miss a beat with us. Okay, and you'll still be winning. We're winning all the time in our free group. Okay, my socials are Sniper Sky Locks on all platforms: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and X. It means the world to me if you can subscribe to my channel, because this is what I do for you guys. So that way you guys get more content and free picks from me about football. Tis the season. It's going to be a huge year. It already was a huge Friday night tonight. We're gaining this momentum going right into the third, fourth, fifth, and 6 weeks of football, which is where the big time money is starting to be made. And we keep bankrolling off of that into the later parts of the season. So let's get it, guys. If you're interested in my VIP group, go ahead and lock in with code MATIR. There's still limited spots. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this page. It means the world. I'll see you guys later today in another video talking about College Football Thursday. Peace.